Today is all about the VJ. Warning, if you're like grossed out by feminine health stuff, get over yourself. Vaginas are everywhere, and you came out of one. This is going to be a video that explains everything you need to know about your first trip to the gynae. I searched endlessly on YouTube for what a gynecological exam was going to be like for a virgin, and I couldn't find anything. I'm glad that I'm brave enough to share, because I was very unhappy at the fact that I was looking for somebody to just give it to me straight, tell me what's going to happen, what's it going to be like, and I couldn't find that, so here I am sharing my experience. I know it's probably something a lot of ladies don't want to talk about, but it's important, so let's just go through some quick do's and don'ts before your very first gynae trip. Do make sure it's clean. I mean, seriously, that should be a no-brainer, but make sure it's clean. The gynecologist is going to be like this close. It should be clean anyway, but just make sure. Do take somebody with you. I went by myself. I will regret that decision for the rest of my life. Take someone with you for moral support. Take your mom, your sister, whoever you really, whoever you want there. But don't go by yourself. Not for the first time. Do take a deep breath. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. You're gonna make it. ZoZo believes in you. Now let's talk about some of the don'ts. Don't have sex. I mean, if you're a virgin going to the gynae, obviously don't lose your virginity the night before you go to the gynecologist. But if you are sexually active, you should not have sexual activity within the 24 hours before your gynecological exam, because it messes with balances and everything. It's just not a good idea. Just don't do it. Don't douche. Same reason. There's a balance going on there. There's a whole ecosystem. You're going to throw it off if you do that. Don't do that. And do not use any vaginal creams. Now, this is what I got from my research. I don't know why you don't do that, but don't do it. So this is my first trip to the gynecologist. I am not sexually active. I am still a virgin. That's right, virgin at 21. Totally not weird. I got a full exam. Because I'm a virgin, I was like, oh, I don't need to go to the gynecologist. But I have always been irregular with my cycle. I'm like, okay, we should probably go see somebody. Whether you're having sex or not, you should probably go see the gynecologist for the first time when you're 21. And I turned 21 last month, so right on time. What happens when you go in there? Well, there's like this bed there, and it has a white sheet over it. And they give you basically like a gown. Some places give you paper gowns, I've heard. I had an actual cloth gown on. And it's open in the back, and like at the bottom you have to strip down completely naked. You gotta bare it all, of course, duh. The questioning part of the exam took longer than anything else. Like, I got asked every question you can imagine. What's your medical history? What's your family's medical history? Has this ever happened? Has that ever happened? Have you ever been on a balloon in the middle of Seattle with no wind? After the questions, I had to lay flat on the table. She examine my breast, which is basically, ladies, if you don't do this already, you need to. You lay flat on your back and you just just pat your hands around like this, flat on your chest, to see if you feel any lumps or any soreness. And if you do, you need to go see somebody immediately, because that can be really serious. I do it when I get out of the shower. Sometimes you should do it like every 3 months or so. In the words of my 8th grade sex ed teacher, they're yours. Play with them. That's literally what she told us. We were all sitting there like, okay, yeah, check your breasts. It's important. So she did that, and then it was time for the pap smear. Now, if you don't know what a pap smear is, it's basically where the doctor has to look inside your vagina with this thing. It's called a speculum. That motherfucking thing is the devil. And what they do is they look in there at your cervix and they actually scrape tissue out. Guys, I know this sounds horrible, but it's really not that bad. It sounds like something out of a fucking horror movie. Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna open you up and scrape your cervix, just get a few cells. No, And it's important because it's a screening for cervical cancer. You get it done every 3 years. It wasn't fun. It wasn't cool. I didn't like it at all. I felt very nervous. Okay guys, so my heart is pounding right now. I'm so nervous. Oh my goodness, like, I'm scared, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm scared. They done left me in here with my thoughts for too long. And the lady that I had, she was okay. I mean, she told me, oh, I told her I was a virgin. She's like, oh, don't worry, we can do this. It'll be fine. She's like, if anything's too painful, we'll just stop. Lies. The actual pap smear part of it. What was it like? It was uncomfortable feeling the speculum go in. That thing is like this. It looks like a fucking medieval torture device. I'll put, it's right here. Look right here. Yeah, it's not cool. Like, it opens up. It's about 1 inch, I've heard, or 2 inches. Not cool. It's not good. For then, like, this, even the smallest one, I felt like was something pretty big. The insertion of it was uncomfortable, but the actual opening of the thing, she's like, oh, you're gonna feel some pressure. Oh, did you mean agony? That hurt like hell. Like, I don't know what she was talking about, and I kind of freaked out. I didn't like jump off the table and run or anything, but I did panic a little bit. And then, like, the actual, like, getting the sample, like, they use like this little thing to like get the sample off the cervix. I didn't feel that at all. I was probably just too much, still freaking out from the rest of everything. It was all in all a very overwhelming, slightly traumatic experience. I'm definitely glad that I don't got to do that again for another 3 years. But it's not that bad. And as far as like, there was nothing wrong afterwards. I mean, I experienced like a little discomfort later on, but after that, it was perfectly fine. Like, I'm fine. I made it. I got through it. I feel like a woman, a strong woman. It sucked a lot. That sucked so much, guys. Oh my god. I see why people don't talk about it now. I'm going to tell you about it later. Just give me a second. I wasn't expecting it to suck that much, but it really did. It was not cool. Not at all. And I was very angry at my gynecologist. I mean, I feel like you just have to be. You just have to be mad at her. She's just doing her job, but you still gotta be mad. It wasn't that bad. And it shouldn't be that bad. I think it was a psychological thing with me, because once I stopped freaking out about it, I was like, oh, this actually isn't that horrible. It's like when you know you're gonna get like a spanking, and that makes the spanking hurt so much more because you knew you were gonna get it. It's a bad example. Corporal punishment's illegal now, isn't it? It's like getting a shot. Like, I'm terrified of needles. I'm terrified of the speculum. I really, really think needles are gonna hurt, so they really actually do feel painful. So my fear played a really big role in my discomfort, but that made it worse because while I was freaking out, I'm tensing up, I'm making it more difficult for her to do her job. So if you're a virgin and it's your first time going to the gynecologist, don't be scared. It'll be fine. They're lying to you when they say it doesn't hurt. It does hurt, but it's not like excruciatingly painful. If it is, make them stop. She said that people have kicked her in the face before. If it's excruciatingly painful, I don't think you should kick people, but if they refuse to stop, they definitely might deserve a foot to the face. Okay. So I would suggest that you stay calm and don't kick your gynecologist. That's really bad. Well, thanks for watching. And I guess I will see you guys tomorrow. Toodles!